Arsenal's Noni Madueke facing around 2 months out with knee injury. The injuries keep mounting up. Now, unlike last season, I can actually say Arsenal Football Club, this is unlucky. I say it's unlucky because we've actively tried to make sure we have depth. We brought in 8 additions, and quite frankly, bodies are dropping like flies. And it's a bit of an annoyance because as soon as Saka's come back, it's like literally Saka's finished a shift and Noni Madueke has, just walked out and finished his. Just when Saka's coming back, Noni's doing his thing, he's getting a bit of form, bit of run in the side, bit of confidence. We're like, yeah, we're looking at the condensed and congested fixture calendar list. Both of them can be utilized on that role or provide options for Mikel Arteta. And unfortunately, Madueke, who actually was having a good 45 minutes, I feel, came off against Manchester City. Now, Mikel Arteta, I praise you for bringing on Eze and a couple of changes in the second half, but I do have to take a couple of ratings back because I actually felt Saka for Madueke was a tactical change. Where now we're finding out Noni Madueke had a knee injury. The best thing I would say is I'd rather it be 2 months than the best part of 2 years, 18 months, because there were rumors of an ACL. So it could be better, but sure as hell could be worse. Bitter pill to swallow for him, joined a new club. We all know the backdrop and the noise surrounding when Madueke signed. I wouldn't say he's put it to bed, but everyone could say, you know what, you're doing the whole thing. And we could see somewhat the method to the madness of when we initially purchased you, and maybe there was an overreaction. The best and worst case I can say about Noni from a footballing point of view, I just need you to learn to get some goals and assists. You get in the box. I like the fact that you take your man down the flanks or go inside. Big fan of your decision making, which is refreshing from Martinelli's. Big up Martinelli for snatching the equalizer. But as we know, the 23-year-old started the fixture, but was substituted for the returning Bukayo Saka at half time. He had an issue very early in the match and he wasn't well enough to continue, said Mikel Arteta. Scans on Monday showed Madueke has avoided an ACL injury, but the Englishman will likely miss the next chunk of Arsenal's fixtures, as well as one international window for his country. Last international break, he scored for England. I'd imagine he's on Tuchel's list potentially to go to the World Cup. And again, from an Arsenal perspective, boy, you look at the fixtures, if you're out for 2 months, you could be back sooner, you could be back longer. I don't know. Madueke is the latest Arsenal forward to be afflicted with an injury. Kai Havertz is yet to return after surgery on a knee issue in late August. Although Arteta said him and Gabriel Jesus are, you know, looking like they're going to be fit sooner rather than later. Again, unfortunately, Jesus tore his ACL. Currently, Gyökeres is the only recognized number 9 in the squad. You do have the option of Mikel Merino, Trossard, and let me know your thoughts. I'm sure a lot of you probably want to see Martinelli play through the middle, although that would require Mikel Arteta to change his team dynamics. Arsenal are also without Martin Odegaard, who has struggled with a shoulder injury at the start of this season. We all know Madueke is featured in all of our 6 games so far this season after joining from Chelsea this summer for 48.5 million. And it is a blow to the front line, man. Madueke being out for any chunk of time would be a blow, because the whole point of Madueke is, you know what, if you want to be a first team player, be one of the first names on the team sheet, you've got the opportunity. But for us Arsenal fans, we're thinking we can box smart. We've got more numbers to cope with the condensed fixture list, whether it's needing to rotate, rest, injuries. As we know, the players who start the game, they might not be the answers. You bring people off the bench, provides an option on the left and the right. It is what it is. So where do we go on the right-hand side? That points me to 2 Highlanders. Well, 3 if you include Saka. But yeah, Saka's a bit irrelevant to the point. And you could also say Trossard and Martinelli can and will do a job at some point on the right-hand side. But the exciting Mad Max Dowman, and although I want to see Wanyeri develop as a long-term 8, want him to play in Odegaard's role in that 10, that right-sided centre mid, that 8, he's an option on the right-hand side. So we do have the bodies, but boy, there's a lot. You just can't count people, really and truly. You can't count. And it's annoying that Madueke is set to miss a huge bulk of Arsenal fixtures. So, like, if he's out for 2 months and it's the 23rd of September at the time of making this video. So, again, 2 months, that takes you to November. So, at this moment in time, he misses Port Vale, he misses Newcastle, he misses Olympiacos, West Ham, Fulham away, Atletico Madrid at home, Crystal Palace at home, Burnley away, Slavia Prague, Sunderland, obviously, potentially the North London derby. You'd imagine he'd be back around this time, people, late November, maybe ahead of schedule, which, I'm sure he'll be pushing to do. But yeah, we just want you to come back well and safe. But it's a bitter pill to swallow. But with Noni Madueke's absence, if Saka isn't right wing, what option do you go with, people? Do you go with Max Dowman? Do you go with Wanyeri? Do you go with the more experienced Trossard or Martinelli, which are probably better off the left? In Martinelli's case, a lot of us rather see him centrally. But yeah, off the right. End of the day, injuries are not something that's wholly exclusive to Arsenal. We knew about this. We knew last season what this could mean. We're just going to have to get on with it, and Arteta's just going to have to figure it out.
He always